I am going to start on a video series discussing character creation within Fantasy Grounds. As always, when you first bring Fantasy Grounds up, always make sure you go to the bottom right, to the library section, go to the modules section to make sure you have all your modules properly loaded. You can load and unload them by using the little gray buttons. As you see here, they're all loaded. Once you make sure all your modules are loaded that you plan to use, you can then begin working on your character. Always note, or remember I should say, while the button on the right side says PCs for the character selection screen, the button in the library area actually says characters, and then the little square, if you can see it, which I cannot currently, has PCs on it. So just realize they're named two separate things, but it is actually the same button. So, one of the first things you'll probably work on for your character is attributes, so let's talk about the dice. There are a few basic things you need to know with the dice, and that is A, you can pick the dice up using the right mouse button, and as long as you hold the right mouse button down, you can move them around the screen and drop them pretty much anywhere you want. However, they will not roll unless you put them in chat. Once you drop the dice in chat, it rolls. In this case, it rolls a 2. You can right-click on the dice to choose a set number of dice, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Also, you have the custom dice option, where you can choose a D0, not too sure how that works, a D2, and then a D3. If you left-click on the dice and pick it up, and then right-click, it just adds an additional dice. And you can keep doing that pretty much as far as you want, as far as I know. Just keep in mind, the more dice you roll, the more you're going to lag the software, and you probably don't want to crash the software if you're in the middle of a D&D session. And there's, of course, an example of a rather large roll. It automatically totals up all the dice for you. That is the basic use of the dice. All the dice work the same way. Right-click to choose a certain amount of dice. Left-click to pick it up and move it around the board. Drop it in chat to roll it. And then for the percentage dice, you actually need to left-click, pick up the D10, and then right-click, or pardon me, I misspoke. For the percentage dice, you would right-click on it before picking it up, and then choose the D100, the percentage symbol. And that will give you a percentage dice to roll. And again, it will total everything for you. I believe that is it for the dice. When it comes to rolling the attributes, I recommend using real-life dice if you have them, because it's honestly just easier, in my opinion. However, that being said, if you wish to use the dice on Fantasy Grounds, you can either A, pick up the dice, roll them one at a time to get your total of 3d6, and then add them up, manually. 6, 5, 2, so that's what, 11, 13, public math. Or you can right-click on the dice and choose 3, and then roll 3, again, or 4 if you're doing 4d6, it'll add them up. If you're doing the roll 4d6 and drop the lowest, you'll have to manually do the math in your head or on pen and paper, however you wish to do it, to figure out the difference. Again, that's the main reason I say it's easier just to roll them in real life. That is dice in a nutshell and attributes.